Hey guys, what's up? It's John with Educated Arms. I hope you are having a great day. Today we are putting together a super fast video touching and kind of evolving on our previous videos on silencer laws in Texas. I've seen a ton of just wrong information floating around the internet from, yes, you can make your own suppressor today, and that suppressors are no longer part of the NFA, and that you can walk into your gun store and buy a suppressor and walk out with it the same day here in Texas, as long as it's made in Texas, and a whole bunch of stuff. So we're making this video for you guys to share with your friends, your family, your coworkers, that hopefully will clear it up, the actual laws and the actual language of the bill, and hopefully keep a few of you guys out of prison, because we don't want you to get in trouble. So, without further ado, let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us today. Before I jump in, I wanted to get you guys a cool coupon code from a company that we work with, Blacksmith Tactical Holsters. These guys are based here in Texas. They build custom Kydex holsters built for your gun around your specifications. They don't make it until you order it. A great group of guys over there, made in Texas by Texans. BlacksmithTactical.com. If you use coupon code EDUARMS, EDUARMS, you get 10% off your order. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. As I said a few minutes ago, we are making this video today to go over silencer laws in Texas and how House Bill 957 changes this. We've had a bunch of you guys ask us to do just a dedicated video to this. We kind of included it in a few other videos and figured, alright, with all the misinformation that we've seen floating around the internet, a new video on this, just going over silencer laws, probably not a bad idea. So, we're going to just jump right in because I want this to be as short and sweet as possible. How do you buy a suppressor in Texas today? Well, there's basically two major ways. Now, there's other ways in there, but these are the two biggest ways. Option one is you go into your local gun shop, you find a suppressor you like, you pick it out, you pay for it, you fill out a ton of paperwork, you send that paperwork and your $200 tax stamp into the ATF NFA branch, and then you wait. And then you wait, and then you wait. And basically 6 to 12 months later, you're going to get approval from the ATF to go ahead and pick up your suppressor, and then you can go pick it up and then you can own it. The other way is making it yourself. On this one, you're going to fill out a Form 1. Same basic principle though. You're going to, before you can ever actually finish out that suppressor, you're going to fill out your Form 1, pay your $200 tax stamp, send it into the ATF, and same thing. You're going to wait for them to approve you to be able to own it. Now, Form 1s move a little quicker than Form 4s, but same basic premise. How does House Bill 957, which we're going to just call the Silencer Act for the rest of this video, how does that change this today? And the answer is it doesn't. So House Bill 957 passed the House, passed the Senate. It's sitting on the governor's desk waiting to sign. He said he's going to sign it. He's going to sign it with the other 2A legislation that passed out of this legislative session. And depending on when you're watching this video, he may have already signed it. What does House Bill 957 do? Well, it does a few things. One is it basically removes the restrictions in Texas Penal Code from owning a suppressor. So as of today, it's illegal for you to own a suppressor in Texas unless it's registered in the NFA and all that shebang that we just mentioned. What this law does is it removes it from the Texas Penal Code. Okay, so meaning that under Texas law, it's not illegal for you to own it anymore. It's still illegal under federal law, but not under Texas law. The other big thing that it does is it prohibits Texas law enforcement all over the state from assisting the federal government in enforcing this law. Okay, so that part in itself is a big win, and I don't mean to completely just hammer on this bill. That part is a win. Okay, now the big part of this bill that everyone is focusing on, that you have likely, if you're watching this video, heard about, is, well, what if the suppressor is made in Texas using Texas source materials by a Texas manufacturer or resident of Texas? The bill does state that a suppressor made under those circumstances is legal to own in Texas and does not fall under basically the purview of the federal government, as long as a federal judge says that this is constitutional. Okay, so one, we got to get this signed by the governor. Two, it doesn't go into effect until September 1st. After September 1st, then this thing can be brought by the Texas Attorney General to a federal judge and ask the judge for a ruling basically stating the constitutionality of this law. If the judge says the law is constitutional, then Texas-made suppressors, made using Texas source materials in Texas by a Texas resident or manufacturing company, can then be legal and not fall under the NFA. If this judge says, no, that's not legal, Texas, you can't override federal law, then everything that the way that we've been purchasing suppressors, that stands, okay? Another few key points on it, even if a judge does come in and say, yeah, this is constitutional and you're good, most places that you buy a suppressor from today, like I previously said, is going to be a gun shop or some variation of it, right? You come into us and buy a suppressor. We have an FFL, right? As does every other gun shop that you go into. And that's a federal firearms license, which is regulated by federal government. It's regulated by the ATF. If I sell you a suppressor without doing the proper paperwork and without doing all the proper channels, I'm going to jail. And you're going to go to jail too. So depending on how the federal judge rules on this and how he says, you know, whether the ATF can or cannot enforce this law and how it will or won't be enforced, will determine how that is handled in the future. Now, I think the best hope that this has is for individual made suppressors. For those guys that were doing the Form 1s before, those guys I think are going to be the ones that are going to be most protected by this law. But can you go into your gun shop today and buy a suppressor and walk out with it the same day if it's made in Texas under all that criteria? No. Nothing has changed as of yet. And again, even as of September 1st, when this law kicks in, nothing's going to change until a federal judge rules otherwise. And that can take a long time. I don't expect for us to ever, not forever, but I don't expect for us to get anywhere on this in 2021. We'll see about 2022, depending on when the federal judge is willing to hear the case and where it goes and all that. So, again, I just want to protect you guys from, going out and making your own suppressors today. Again, still on fall under federal law. Don't go to jail. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you to don't drop the soap. And again, you can't walk into your gun shop or your gun dealer and buy a suppressor today that's made in Texas without it falling under federal regulations. So, again, guys, just wanted to clear that up. I want to help you guys stay legal at this point. We don't necessarily have to agree with the NFA laws and with the suppressor laws that are on the books, but unless you want to go to jail, we're going to abide by them for the time being, right? So that's it, guys. If you have questions, fire them off in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts are, and we'll be seeing you guys real soon. Thanks, guys.